Imagine going to work one day, your boss calls you in and tells you an AI can do your job better than you. So you are fired. That just happened to a man named Zhou in China. But then something unexpected happened. He took his company to court, and he won. A Chinese court just ruled that companies cannot fire workers just to replace them with artificial intelligence. This is a landmark decision, and it could change the way the entire world thinks about AI and jobs. Welcome to EconoVault. Today we break down everything about China's historic AI ruling, what it means for workers, companies, and economies worldwide, and the burning question everyone is asking: is the rest of the world about to follow? Let us start with the man at the center of this story. Zhou was a quality assurance professional at a tech company in Hangzhou. His job was to check the accuracy of outputs produced by large language models, essentially supervising AI systems. He earned 25,000 yuan per month, roughly $3,640. In 2024, the company decided its AI had improved enough to do Zhou's job on its own. So they told him, take a demotion and a 40% pay cut, or leave. Zhou refused, so the company fired him, but Zhou did not walk away quietly. He went to government arbitration, then to a lower court, then all the way to the Hangzhou Intermediate People's Court. And at every single stage, he won. The court's reasoning was powerful and simple. The court stated that the termination grounds cited by the company did not fall under negative circumstances such as business downsizing or operational difficulties, nor did they meet the legal condition that makes it impossible to continue the employment contract. In plain language, the court said this: choosing to adopt AI is a business decision the company made by choice. It is not an unavoidable disaster like a recession or a pandemic. By terminating the employee contract, the court ruled the company was shifting the cost of its own technological transformation onto the worker, and that is illegal. This is not just one case either. Courts in both Hangzhou and Beijing have now ruled in two separate cases that companies cannot fire workers simply to replace them with AI, establishing that AI adoption is a strategic business choice rather than an unforeseeable change in circumstances. Now, let us understand why this ruling matters so much right now. More than 78,000 technology workers were laid off in the first 4 months of 2026 alone, and nearly half of those cuts were directly attributed to AI replacing human roles. The names behind these cuts will shock you. Meta cut approximately 8,000 positions, citing AI as the driver. Oracle eliminated between 20,000 and 30,000 employees in March. Block reduced its workforce from 10,000 to just 6,000 people. Nearly 80,000 U.S. tech workers have lost their jobs to AI since the start of 2006, with some experts arguing that AI was merely used as an excuse for poor business decisions. The AI job wave is not coming. It is already here. So why is China, a country racing to dominate AI globally, suddenly protecting workers from it? The answer is economics and politics combined. China's urban youth unemployment rate reached 15.3% in March 2026. The political sensitivity of mass layoffs in an economy already struggling with deflation, a property crisis, and weak consumer demand makes these court rulings as much about maintaining social order as about interpreting contract law. China's leadership has a simple calculation. They want AI dominance and social stability, and a wave of mass AI-driven unemployment threatens that stability. Legal experts say the rulings signal a broader attempt by China to balance rapid AI deployment with labor stability. As one researcher put it, technological progress may be irreversible, but it cannot exist outside a legal framework. So, what is happening in America and Europe? In the United States, nothing. There is no law protecting workers from AI-driven layoffs. Companies can replace you with AI today, legally, with no recourse. In Europe, there is the EU AI Act. But as powerful as it sounds, the AI Act does not prohibit AI-driven layoffs. It regulates how AI is used in employment decisions, not whether a company can eliminate positions because of AI. The European Trade Union Confederation has called for stronger protections, but none of these proposals have been enacted. The gap between China and the West right now is stark. China has courts protecting workers from AI replacement. America and Europe have nothing equivalent. Here's the part that affects everyone, not just tech workers. China manufactures the bulk of consumer electronics, from iPhones to smart home devices. These labor protective rulings mean tech giants cannot simply slash manufacturing costs by replacing human workers with AI systems without expensive legal compliance. That expense inevitably flows downstream to consumers. In other words, your next smartphone, laptop, or gadget could become more expensive because of this ruling. But there is another side to this coin. If AI cannot simply erase jobs overnight, companies will be forced to retrain workers, invest in people, and find ways to use AI alongside humans rather than instead of them. That is a fundamentally different economic model, and it could be better for everyone in the long run. So the big question, is the world about to follow China? 3 scenarios. Scenario 1, yes, within 2 years. The AI job wave becomes so severe that Western governments face massive political pressure to protect workers. Laws modeled on China's framework emerge in Europe first, then eventually in the US. Scenario 2, partial protection. Governments introduce retraining requirements and severance packages rather than outright bans on AI-driven layoffs. Workers get some protection, but companies keep most of their flexibility. Scenario 3, no action. The free market view wins. Governments decide AI-driven job losses are the price of progress. Workers are left to adapt on their own. Inequality between AI winners and AI losers grows dramatically. Most economists and legal scholars believe Scenario 2 is most likely in the West in the next 3 to 5 years. But China's courts have just shown that Scenario 1 is possible. So what should you do right now? If you work in tech or any role that involves repetitive tasks, your job is at risk whether your country has protections or not. The time to act is now, not when you get the letter. Invest in skills that AI cannot easily replicate. Critical thinking, creative problem solving, leadership, emotional intelligence. These are the skills that courts and companies both value. If you are a business owner, understand that AI adoption without a clear people strategy is now a legal and reputational risk, not just an ethical one. If you are an investor, watch how companies handle this transition. Companies that integrate AI while retaining talent will outperform those that simply slash and burn their workforce. Zhou refused to be quietly replaced by a machine, and a court agreed with him. One man's case in Hangzhou, China, may have just started a global conversation about who pays the price of the AI revolution. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit the like button now. Subscribe to EconoVault for weekly breakdowns on geopolitics, economics, and finance. And drop a comment below. Do you think your country should make it illegal to fire workers just to replace them with AI? See you in the next video.